Hey everybody, it's Dooley here with another High Caliber upload. I'm joined here today with Newarmy. He's a knowledgeable player here on High Caliber, and in today's video we're going to be showing you guys how to engage targets that are beyond your visual range using equipment such as radar, binoculars, and the gun directors to reliably hit targets. But without further ado, let's just get right into it. So the first thing when trying to spot a ship is understanding how to use the binoculars. The binoculars are a player head that allows players to see beyond the Minecraft render range. So when we talk about beyond visual range combat, we're talking about still engagement ranges that would be totally plausible in real life, but since Minecraft's render distance limitations do prevent us from, engaging in those sorts of ranges, we have to use binoculars and a different sort of physics in game. And so in order to use the binoculars, you're going to walk up to them on your ship. You can also grab them from the equipment, or not the equipment locker, the lockers. Let's see, it's a terracotta block. What block is it, Mew? Do you know?
It's one of the glazed terracottas.
Okay. You can also grab a binocular from one of those lockers and place it down on a solid block on your ship to use. But if you've got them built on your ship, then you don't have to worry about going into lockers and dealing with them. But if you left click on the binoculars sign or on the binoculars, you're gonna see a little chat dialog box come up, and it's gonna have a couple interactive things that you can click on. So there's primary, which will set the binoculars to be looking at your primary target, whatever you designated as primary. It's a contact setting, which will have the binoculars look at whatever contact you set it to. And then there's also the manual, which is the most basic form. So these units, 300, 600, 900, 1200, so on and so forth, that refers to the meters that you're going to be teleported out from your ship to look. Important to know that depending on your ship class, the maximum range for binoculars is different. Bigger ships have farther range, and that's because of the inherent correlation between height and ship class. So battleships are going to be able to see the farthest, and PT boats are not going to be able to see very far at all. So I'm going to just set it to basic 300 meters just to show you. But when you set it to 300 on the manual, you'll right click and it will teleport you out 300 blocks. Now what's also really cool is, let me take the spotlight off to show you, but when you try to look left, it's not going to let you. But what it will do is it will swing you around the ship. Let's see if I'll turn up my render distance here. See the ship, and you can kind of see what exactly it's doing. It's in 5-degree increments, but it will swing you around your ship with every time that you try to look. So that helps you to see around you. You don't have to get off the binoculars to readjust your where you're looking. You just kind of look and it will move you. Similarly, you can scroll up and down to adjust the range that you're going to. So if you want to go farther, all the way up to your max range, you can do that by scrolling. Or what's easier is just hopping off the binoculars, left clicking it again, setting the range, and then going out to it. So you'll notice there's some smoke out in the distance there. When a ship of do you know if it's based off of engine size or is it ship size for the smoke?
It's ship size.
Okay, so the bigger the ship, the easier it will be for you to see smoke out in the distance. Smoke just signifies that there's a ship. It can be any sort of ship. It could be a submarine, a PT boat. However, the bigger the ship, and I think boiler engines, the smoke is more visible at farther ranges. Small ships like PT boats and U-boats and other diesel power subs and diesel powered ships, the smoke's going to be a lot harder to see. It's not going to show up until you're much closer to that ship. But we're going to set our range to, I already know kind of where roughly that ship is. So I'm going to set my range to 900 just for time here. And if I right click on it, it's going to teleport us past an iceberg or two. Let's see. Okay. And there we go. So visual contact, relative bearing 90, estimated range for the visual contact is 833. If I click on it, you're gonna notice it's gonna like select the target. It's gonna give me a couple different ranges. If you click on it, you'll notice it's never the same. That's because the visual contact range is an estimate, and it's one of the worst estimates that you can get. It's not a very good estimate. You want to use your sensors to get a better estimate. So now that we've gotten a visual contact on it, I'll show you how to get a better contact, and that's by using the sensors. So you can get contacts through all the different sensors: sonars, radars, hydrophones. We're going to use radar. It's the most basic, and we're looking at a surface ship here. The radar is going to swing by, and it's going to tell us a number 1042. And for as long as that contact stays on the radar, we'll keep getting updates in chat about it. And if you ever want to just see like your contacts that you have, you can do ship contacts, and it's gonna tell you. So it will also tell you what like devices have picked it up. So you can see there's a detector, a radar, and a visual that it's gotten the contact. And I'm also gonna set that as the primary target. And what's cool is now when we get on the binoculars and we select primary and we right click, it's gonna just take us to that target every single time. So even if the target moves, or if the target starts getting farther away, or whatever, the binoculars are still gonna take us to the target. And what's also important to note is the scrolling measurement increment is a bit different when you're using this mode. It's not going to adjust you in those 100-meter intervals now. It's 10, so you can get a better picture of what you're shooting at here. So, Mew, if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to have you man the guns. I got my gun director fixed, so it's not going to be a problem.
Okay.
Do you want to get on the 10-inch guns? Because those are the only ones that are going to have the range.
Yep.
All right, Mew, go ahead and fire a salvo. Okay, so now we wait for them to get to the target. Okay, you got hits, all midship hits. So let's scroll in a little and look at the damage, see if we see anything. There are good hits. Why don't you go ahead and aim at a bearing of 91, or let's see, 89 instead of 91, and use high explosive. Because I'm sure we overpenned pretty hard.
All right. Okay, ready?
Go ahead and fire.
I think it's adjusting the bearing.
Good hits. Those were
Probably-
much better
probably-
hits. So
Okay.
you hit if you want. Why not? Oh. So you hit a boiler. Awesome. I hope you guys appreciated this demonstration. As you can see, it is possible to reliably hit stuff using just your binoculars and your sensors. Obviously, in a more practical standpoint, ships are going to be moving. You're going to be getting shot at. Higher rangefinders on your ship can throw off the estimated range when you're elevating your guns. So there is a lot of stuff still at play here, but with a bit of finesse, you can reliably hit stuff at very far ranges. Thank you guys for joining us in another video. I'm so sorry that the upload routine is completely sporadic and totally unscheduled, but we're trying to put out a whole bunch of new content, so please stay tuned.